So this week was a project. If you see here, there's this huge hedge that turned into a tree that was taking over my yard and almost at my pool. It was blowing off debris and everything in my pool. So it had to go. I told my dad, I was like, I think that's the culprit. So here's my dad, 80 years old and still strong and able to do stuff. So we got out there and cut back this hedge. It took us 3 days to get it down. Now it's down, but we still got to clean it out. We did save this little fig tree right here, so we cut all around it. Here's a bunch of the brush, but it's going to be so much better for my pool area, not blowing in all the debris and leaves and stuff. So we got that done. I also got this awesome package from Lisa and Rufus from Beyond Authentic. They were nice enough to send me some cookbooks, some of the Southern Style Gravy mix, which I love, and some fry lights. So I really appreciate them sharing that with me. They are so supportive of all the other YouTubers, Slimming World YouTubers out there, and I can't thank you all enough for sending that my way. Thank you. Love you. So the same day I got that
today
gravy, I
I
had
wanted
some
to use
leftover
up
chicken,
some
and I paired it
mince
with
that I
this
had,
cucumber, tomato, and
and I
onion
made
salad.
this
The
cottage pie.
cucumber was actually from
I already
a
put away my
neighbor's
packet, but
garden.
I
She
used
came by to
the
visit
same brand as
and
this, the
brought
JD
those over, and it
seasonings,
was delicious.
except it's the cottage pie. This I'm going to make probably tomorrow. I'm going to make like a Cajun Alfredo pasta, which I like, so that's for tomorrow. But today I made this lovely cottage pie, and I did cheat slightly on the topping. I didn't mash my own potatoes, although I have some here for something else. I used a packet of ready mash. So whatever packet that you would use, if you use that kind, you would send it. But everything else, I think, is free. The little bit of cheese would be like your healthy extra. So yeah, whatever you would have for your mash. The one I used, I got off of a clearance thing. Look, here's my fry light. Anyway, this is what I used. Roasted garlic mashed potatoes, and it was on a clearance price. And here is the nutritional information. So a quarter cup of it dry, or 140 grams prepared. It says there are 8 servings per container. I did not use this whole container on this. In fact, I put at least 2 servings, if not 3 servings, in a bowl in the fridge. So this is probably 5 or 6 servings of whatever that would be. So again, per serving is 110 calories, 19 carbs, 2 protein, 2.5 fat. So yeah, whatever that would be, if you eat the 1/4 of a cup dry prepared, then you would count the points. I'm sorry, not points, sins on that. So again, this is what I'm going to have for my dinner. In the States, they call it shepherd's pie. I call it cottage pie. So that's what we're having. Not we, me. That's what I'm having today. All right, I'll talk to you guys again later. Bye. It is breakfast time, but I'm eating this lovely soup now. This is one of those topics that is different from the US to the UK. It is the norm here when you go out to eat because they have such gigantic portions to bring home your leftovers. I mean, it's a whole thing. Like this particular restaurant, they have these containers with these lids that has their name on it. It's a thing here, and I know it's not a thing in the UK, but they serve so much food, there's no possible way you could eat all of it in one sitting. So this particular restaurant is an Italian restaurant, and I was on a date last night, which, by the way, was good. And I ordered the chicken Alfredo. He ordered just the pasta Alfredo. The meal comes with either a soup or a salad. Well, we got salad with his, and we got soup with mine. Well, I couldn't even touch the soup because I was so full on the salad and the chicken pasta. And I didn't even finish the chicken pasta. I mean, I really looked like I had only eaten maybe a third of it. So, I did bring that home, and this soup. And when I say it's soup, it's a substantial amount of soup. Try not to dump it out. It's a substantial amount of soup. They call this one zuppa toscana. I don't know if it's anything like what that would really be like, but it's got potatoes, Italian sausage, some sort of, usually kale is what they have in it. That's what this looks like, is kale. And then it's just sort of a broth base with a little bit of cream in it. But that's what I'm having for my breakfast. So yes, if you come to America to visit, it is the norm to take food home with you because there's just so much of it. There's no possible way. There's no possible way I could have eaten this soup and the pasta dish and salad. I mean, there just wouldn't be enough room in my stomach for that. So, anyway, I just wanted to show you guys what I was having for my breakfast. This is zuppa toscana. And I will be back with you later. Bye. So, I did not feel like... Sorry if you hear that barking. That's Claire. She's out back and she wants to come inside. But I'm eating, so I put her out back so she won't be begging for food. Just until I get finished. But I did not feel like cooking, so I went to Taco Bell. And I've never had one of these before, but I got this Cantina chicken bowl. And it's got chicken, let's see, it's got the pico de gallo, which is the tomatoes. They added in steak, which I added on extra. It's got lettuce, cheese. It's supposed to have black beans and refried beans, but I think they got confused and put the refried beans instead of the black beans. And it's got a little bit of rice right there. So I thought, as far as eating out, this has got to be one of the healthier options of all the fast food stuff that I could have gotten. So I'm having that with my Pepsi diet and caffeine-free Pepsi.
As you see
So
here,
that is my supper, dinner, tea for today.
Stone weigh-in, which I am thrilled about. So I just hope that I can keep up the momentum and keep this weight loss going in the right direction. I have a couple of weeks before I'm going on my vacation. So hopefully I can lose a little bit more before vacation, because I'm sure, no doubt, I'm going to gain some weight on vacation. I am going to enjoy myself. I might be aware, but I'm not going to be obsessed with everything on the ship, because, there's going to be temptations. There's going to be things I want to try that I would not normally have access to. So that is my plan, to try to do as well as I can before my trip. And then, like I said, in a couple of weeks, I'll be going on my vacation. We will be going to Cozumel, Mexico, Georgetown, Grand Cayman, and the Cayman Islands, and Ocho Rios, Jamaica. So those all sound like fabulous, warm places. And, when you are in places, you want to try the local cuisine or, whatever's going on the ship. So that's what I'm going to do.